On June 2, 1991, a large crowd gathered in anticipation of Nintendo's speech regarding their upcoming collaboration with Sony. However, little did the audience know that they were about to witness a betrayal. Just 24 hours prior, Sony had announced their partnership with Nintendo, and the audience was eager to see what the two companies had in store for them. But as Nintendo took the stage, they announced something different from what Sony had outlined. Nintendo revealed that they would be creating the exact product Sony had described, but without them. This news devastated Ken Kutaragi, the man responsible for the Sony-Nintendo partnership. Ken had risked everything to secure this deal, and now it was all for naught. To understand the full story, we must go back to the beginning. Ken had worked for Sony as an engineer in their digital research labs, and he had gained a reputation as a forward thinker. This reputation, along with his fascination with the growing video game industry, led him to buy his daughter a Nintendo Famicom. While watching her play, Ken became convinced that Sony could create something better. He pitched the idea to Sony executives, but they dismissed it as creating toys for children. Ken saw beyond that and imagined a future where video games would be enjoyed by all ages. When he heard that Nintendo was working on their next console, he ignored his boss's decision and secured a partnership with Nintendo. Ken's risk-taking led to the creation of the PlayStation, which has brought joy to millions of gamers worldwide. His determination and vision for the future of video games paved the way for a new era of entertainment. In secret, he toiled away, unknown to anyone else, but the success of the project was hanging in the balance. Ken's actions would soon be discovered by his superiors, putting both his career and the project in peril. Luckily, Sony's president, Norio Oga, came to Ken's aid and supported his decision to work with Nintendo. Norio believed it was an excellent opportunity for Sony to enter the video game industry and compete with their rivals. Thanks to Norio's support, the partnership between Sony and Nintendo flourished, becoming Nintendo's strongest countermeasure against their competitor, the Sega Genesis. The partnership was fruitful, and it didn't take long for Sony and Nintendo to establish a new partnership to develop a CD-ROM add-on for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This partnership was different, and this time, Norio was fully on board. Sony's involvement was a game-changer, bringing high-quality CD-based products to Nintendo consoles. In addition to the add-on, Sony also developed a hybrid console that could play both cartridges and CDs, which they dubbed the PlayStation. The project was a significant milestone for Sony, finally allowing them to enter the gaming console market. Progress was steady, and after 2 years and 100 prototypes, Sony and Nintendo were ready to announce their joint project to the world at the Consumer Electronics Show in Chicago. Sony unveiled the PlayStation, with the promise of super discs to accompany it, creating much anticipation and excitement. However, the excitement was short-lived, as Nintendo's speech revealed that the contract heavily favored Sony. Sony was planning to keep all the rights to the games they developed, a fact that Nintendo had overlooked, causing a rift between the two companies. After Sony announced their partnership, Nintendo made a surprising move the following day. Instead of continuing their partnership with Sony, they announced that they would be partnering with Philips, Sony's rival. Sony was taken aback, as they had a contract and working prototypes with Nintendo. However, Nintendo had made their decision, and they confirmed that their future lay with Philips, even though they admitted to having a deal with Sony. Sony felt that the spirit of their agreement had been violated, and the president of Sony Electronic Publishing, Olof Olofsson, suspected that this underhanded deal may be a negotiating ploy. Despite the setback, Ken Kutaragi, who was not ready to give up on his dreams, convinced Norio Oga to continue with the development of the PlayStation. Ken reminded Norio about the betrayal they had suffered from their former partners, and that they had been dishonored in front of the world. Norio was quick to respond that they would never withdraw from the business and encouraged Ken to keep going. The project was officially given the green light in 1993, and Ken created Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated to focus solely on video games and digital entertainment. In November of the same year, the PlayStation console made its debut in Japan, selling around 100,000 units on the first day and 300,000 by the end of the year. The new system was named PlayStation, with the space between the words removed to differentiate it from the original deal. In summary, after Sony's announcement of their partnership, Nintendo surprised the world by announcing that they would be partnering with Philips instead. Sony was shocked, but Ken Kutaragi convinced Norio Oga to continue with the development of the PlayStation. This led to the creation of Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated and the successful launch of the PlayStation console in Japan, selling hundreds of thousands of units by the end of 1993. The PlayStation quickly became a massive success and sold over 1 million units in just 6 months. Over the next few decades, Sony continued to refine and improve their gaming console, releasing new versions such as the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5. In addition to the gaming consoles, Sony also released small handheld devices like the PlayStation Portable, PSP Go, and PlayStation Vita, which were also highly successful. Ken Kutaragi's perseverance and dedication to his vision for the PlayStation gaming console paid off tremendously, as evidenced by the PlayStation's continued dominance in the industry. The PlayStation 2's record-breaking sales numbers solidified Kutaragi's legacy as a pioneer in the video game world, and his impact on the industry cannot be overstated. Thanks to Kutaragi's unwavering commitment to excellence, gamers around the world have been able to enjoy countless hours of immersive and entertaining gameplay. Kutaragi retired shortly after the launch of the PlayStation 3 at the age of 56, but his influence on the gaming industry lives on. He is widely regarded as the man responsible for the birth of PlayStation and is often referred to as the father of the PlayStation. Thanks to his unwavering determination and innovative ideas, the gaming industry was forever changed. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Also, let us know in the comments what topics you would like us to cover in future videos. We appreciate your support and hope to see you again soon.